2 years. Where does the time go? Seems like just yesterday I was hanging a sheet in my parents' basement talking about Batman. Now, I'm at my 25th episode, if I count the one that Kelvin took over. Why am I counting the one that Kelvin took over? I feel like I've come a long way, and I'll finally be talking about something that's almost recent. In fact, it's still a fad. New territory for me. Can't wait to see where this goes. Well, let's get started. Where's my ring? Okay, alright. Right. Yeah. Not ready yet. Just give me a second. Okay. No. Okay, think. Okay, where else? Maybe I left it in my other pants. Okay. No.
Do you wear anything else?
Is there a sign on my door that says, "Please, everyone, just come in"?
Yes, actually.
Damn it, Kelvin!
What are you looking for?
My ring, you know.
Why do you need it?
'Cause it's my ring. I wear it.
Can't you do your review without it?
No.
Why?
I started wearing it when I was at a transition point in my life, and it just feels like I'm slipping backwards if I let that symbol behind.
I see.
Nothing feels worse than losing yourself again. You know, forgetting the strength that got you this far. And that's why I need...
Here.
Oh. Were you stealing it?
I'm not allowed to bet. But if I could, I'd bet on you.
Thank you? Get out of my house. Now. Okay. Now then, let's talk about the Hunger Games. One of the biggest waves in the sea of stories about social decay, Hunger Games has the largest fan following of the genre, if you exclude anything with zombies in it. Inevitably, the book became a movie, one that brought people to the theaters to criticize the hell out of it. Fans of the series come to its defense regularly because they see the awesome social commentary that it offers. Maybe for the characters too, I don't know. So without further ado...
Hunger Games!
What she said. Meet North America, the continent shaped like a horn. At some point in the future, all the nations merge into one glorious nation for the benefit of all. Then they have a revolution. The region called the capital emerges victorious from the struggle, using its superior firepower to impose rules with an iron, yet caring, fist. It split the rest of the land into districts, each one with a specific function to fulfill. District 1 makes fancy doodads, District 9 makes alien ghettos, and District 12 mines coal. 12 drew the short straw. Our hero, Katniss Everdeen, hails from the mining district, where she illegally hunts to feed her family. She's stockpiling extra supplies because it's Reaping Day, the mandatory national holiday. What's Reaping Day, you ask? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2365 draft. 2 lucky children will be chosen from your population, given weapons, and be forced to kill each other on national television for fabulous prizes, like food and clothing. Let's begin! Billy! The Capitol hosts this event every year. The game's celebrated with as much enthusiasm as American Idol before people stopped watching it. Seriously, it's a national craze. Everyone gets involved. The proceedings are endorsed by President Snow, the man with the plan. He sees the games as a way to control the population without acting like a total dictator. He's offering them this nice little hope and this inspiration to keep on fighting in these games instead of trying to fight the power in total. Basically, he's this.
You must obey me.
As much as Snow loves the Hunger Games, he doesn't directly oversee them. He's just a policymaker. The enforcement falls to the Game Master, the go-between for the rule creators and the players of the game. Oh wow, this is finally the perfect character for the DM to talk about. Bring him in, Dungeon Cam.
So let me get this straight. You have 0.08 essence left, and now you're getting basic titanium bone lacing. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Hold on, cut. Haven't we done this one before?
No, it's the new edition.
Oh, right, and action.
Welcome to Living Lake!
Hey DM, got a question for you.
Yes, you are welcome back to the group. I will admit, those eggs were too cold to appreciate, and I don't blame you for throwing them out.
It's about the Hunger Games.
Oh, what about it?
Since the film prominently features, a guy called the Game Master, I thought you'd have a couple critiques about how he set up the event.
So you think just because he's the Game Master that I have some kind of portfolio ready for this guy?
I suppose I can't just assume that you...
I knew these notes would come in handy. My therapist has no idea what he's talking about. All right, then. We got Mazes and Monsters. No, that's not it. Skullduggery. Nope, don't care about that. Dungeon Master. When are you going to do Dungeon Master? Yeah, it's not important. E.T. You're never touching that one. Here we go. My thoughts on the Game Master of the Hunger Games. The rule enforcer, more than the creator, the Game Master picks and chooses which policies matter the most in the story. In this particular case, he's trying to hype up this doomed romance kind of thing just to increase the ratings. The only thing people like better than a couple hooking up is a couple struggling to hook up. They like the whole conflict about it more than the happy ending itself.
Wait. Are you actually saying the Game Master should have just let them kill themselves?
Obviously, it's the rules of the game. He made a temporary lenience to help fuel the story, bending the usual policies to help build the hope that maybe, just maybe, these two could overcome and survive. It's his job to make things interesting. When he let his players' actions start to run the story, he failed at his job. That's why he was fired.
I can't believe you're missing the big picture here.
What?
Doesn't he have a moral obligation to his players?
Moral what?
If every player dies, killing all hope and reason to cheer for the games, then you lose the audience. The whole point of these games is to keep people complacent enough to not rebel again. How would letting everyone die accomplish that?
And how exactly does rewarding rule breakers encourage peace?
These games are just a stopgap for the real problem. Peace was doomed even before they started bending their own rules.
Not necessarily.
They're taking people in desperate situations and forcing them to make decisions against their better judgment. What society would condone that? Oh no.
What's that?
Irony. Brace yourself. Are you between the ages of 18 and 30 with bone-crushing debt and no way to pay it? Well, worry no more! Introducing the Cash for Organs Exchange! From the creators of the Unispoon 800 and the Forkinator 12, Cash for Organs is a low-risk, no-questions-asked institution ready to trade your useless body parts for cold, hard cash. It's that easy! Did you know the human body has up to 2 kidneys? Stop on down and we can turn one of them into cash right before your very eyes. Better yet, if you act now, we'll take both your kidneys for triple the payout. We'll even cover the first month of dialysis at no charge to you. Why deny yourself the good things in life when your financial worries can be solved by things you're barely using, like your lungs or bladder? Don't stop to think about it. Just visit the Cash for Organs Exchange, sponsored by Really Brand, because you'll sell anything.
What the hell is that?
A substantial lowering of the bar. I think I'm done talking about this. Thanks, DM.
Cash for organs. Tell you what. How about you trade all your essence for 40,000 yuan? What do you say?
So, back to the games before the games. Ratings. Each contestant has to compete in a combination Deadliest Warrior / Miss America pageant, with weapons proficiency and television personalities put to their ultimate tests. Katniss and Peeta fake a star-crossed lover story to build tension for their upcoming appearance in the games to great success. And that's actually a problem this movie has. The film loves its romance way more than its struggle, which is strange considering it's called The Hunger Games, not The Hookup Games. Anyway, there's a scene where Katniss is trying to prove herself for the games and how deadly she is, and it just feels flat, uninvolved, and forgettable. But there's this scene where she's taking care of Peeta in the cave, and it's just so touching, warm, and moving, and you feel the connectedness she's starting to get, and it just totally misses the point. The interpersonal relationships spend way more time developing than the tension of the games. And even the social mechanisms that support the combatants' fights are given about 3 seconds of explanation and only come into play twice. It's just really unfortunate. There's so much more to explore with this concept, and the story instead pulls a Twilight, concerned with its romance to a fault.
You know that's the movie's fault, right?
Hi again. What?
The book actually put a lot more emphasis on the structure of the Capitol and how deeply disturbing the Hunger Games were. The movie just doesn't cover all the key aspects.
So you break into my apartment, try to steal my ring, and now you're interrupting my review. Okay, fangirl, enlighten me.
Society's image in the film is, in general, accurate. But that's the problem. Generally accurate leaves the audience underwhelmed. The richness and depth of Katniss's condition are almost absent in the movie. You see the reaping, The dirty people dress in their miner's finest to win the worst lottery, and the audience is left feeling strange rather than sad. That's because Katniss is portrayed as this worrywart in the woods rather than this badass hunter that she had to become.
Oh yeah, when she hallucinated that she shot that guy who helps her hunt.
Excuse me?
You know, that dark-haired guy who has no chance of getting with her. Her Jacob.
Okay, first of all, his name is Gale, and secondly, Katniss needs no help to hunt. She brought him into the hunt so he could support his own starving family. It was a means of survival because people were dying left and right of starvation. The book set a desperate tone leading up to the reaping, something that the morning stroll in the film failed horribly to do.
That puts things in a different light.
Also, that's her first time in a car. That's the first time she's been in the Justice Building. She gorged herself on this feast until she was almost ill. She had the first shower in her life on this train. Right?
Why didn't the film bring any of this up?
Because it's too dark for the mainstream. The Hunger Games is a deeply political, very dire trilogy where the protagonist is a hardened young girl that has become numb to life, with the exception of the love that she has for her family. How does Hollywood make this accessible to the masses? Water down their plight to a little hungry and dirty, and make Katniss disengaged rather than aggressively antisocial. The result? A soft touch where a hard edge is needed. Here's Katniss's opinion in the book, summed up in 2 lines. What it must be like, I wonder, to live in a world where food appears at the press of a button. What do they do all day, these people in the capital?
Because her entire life has been a struggle to feed herself and her family. She can't even envision what living would be outside of fighting to get that next bit of cheese.
And she's angry at those who don't have to, which is most of the movie-going audience. We are the capital population, and we do not like having our ruffles mocked.
So the tone was changed to make the audience more comfortable, which in turn ruined the message of the film. It coddled when it should have struck a nerve. Thank you, fangirl.
You're welcome.
How many times have you read that book?
Not enough.
The film ends with the 2 combatants beating the system, Katniss and Peeta celebrated by the viewers as a true sign of change. As you can imagine, this does not sit well with President Cobras. He hates it when someone threatens his Aztec mind control mask.
I will destroy your mind.
And that's...
Hunger Games!
Now I understand why this franchise has such a following. Despite the watered-down tone of the film, the story has plenty to say about social evolution, rebellion's place in society, and holding out hope when oppression threatens the micro-level functions of a community. I definitely recommend it, after you read the book. Actually, it's still alright even without doing your reading. The second film finds the tone the first one was sadly without, so really, it's okay to come join the rebellion. I'm the other Socio, and...
Hunger Games!
You don't care about me, I don't care about that. You got a new fool, I like it like that. I got only one burning desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand. I wanna stand.
Sponsored by Really Brand, because you'll sell anything! Really need to get a different day job.